Hello and welcome to the channel. This is going to be the third in my October Monsters series. It is a series where I'm doing monsters, where I'm painting monster type creatures for October because I love Halloween. So today I'm going to be working on a piece with some spiders. Before I get into talking about the piece much, I wanted to let you know you may notice my voice sounds a little different. I'm very sick at the moment. I got sick on Tuesday, and then was sick all yesterday, Wednesday, and then now I'm recording this on Thursday, and I've been sick all day still. Although it is progressing, I've been through the main bit of my throat aching, and now that doesn't hurt anymore. Now I just have body aches all over, and my voice is completely gone, except for at this level I can maintain it regularly. I can talk louder for like a couple sentences, but for like a sustained amount of time I can only talk at this sort of volume. So just so you know, that's why I sound a little different. I'm also thinking about trying to tone down my voice a bit with both my voiceovers and my main videos, because I'm worried I'm hurting my voice by projecting all the time, because my videos have plenty loud sound, so I don't think I have to talk so loud. I think my camera picks my voice up quite well. But on to the piece, because I'm actually doing my favorite bit right now. Don't know if it'll end up that way in the video once this is edited, but my work on the spider in the center of the whole thing is my favorite part, mainly because it basically turned out so well by accident. I wasn't really meaning to do a see-through transparent sort of spider, it just kind of ended up that way. I've been practicing using a bit more water than I usually do, because I've been watching watercolor painting videos, and a lot of watercolor artists on YouTube use a lot more water than I do, so that's also where the background came from. It's much more, I'm working on becoming more impressionism, because also a lot of watercolor artists do a lot of impressionism, and that's one thing that I have a really hard time with, because my inner critic goes crazy. It likes to tell me that everything has to look absolutely perfect, and obviously with impressionism it's determined whether it looks right by whether it gives you an impression of something, so it's a lot harder to quantify. So my inner critic is harder on me with impression. But I tried it out a little with this, and I like it. The background basically is meant to give the impression of a cave sort of lair for these spiders to live in, because it's a whole horde of spiders. And I got the color scheme from, basically Disney has this color they use with their villains. I call it villain green. It's this it's in The Lion King, it's Sleeping Beauty. That's just a couple of them. They use it all over the place, and it's this sort of lime green, sort of neon lime green color, so that's very much associated with evil villain types in my mind, and I think it probably Disney's put that into a lot of people's head. So I mixed that with black, and kind of was hoping to make it look like a sort of, have an eerie glowing cavern that's a mix of whatever this creepy green stuff is with black rock, and then have the spiders be black dots against the green. And also one of the things that inspired me for this piece was I wanted, once again because of watching other art tubers, I wanted to use some salt with my watercolors. And I thought that when I put the salt on, the pattern it created looked a lot like gross little spider's eggs. Or egg sacs, which is what I've drawn myself in this foreground next to the main spider. I hate egg sacs. I hate them so much. They're horrible. And I hate spiders. Although this one is not that bad because it's a very fat spider and also a very crystalline spider, so he's not so bad. But spiders in general, I hate them. Bugs, I hate them. Speaking of which, I have a short bug story for you, which just happened like 10 minutes ago. The cats bring in bugs, big bugs. They appear in the house because they ride in the cat's fur. I have 3 cats. 2 of them are long hairs, so they can carry a lot of... So I just found a big black cricket in the hallway, and I went to squish it with some paper towels, like 4 paper towels all squished up together so I couldn't possibly touch it, right? Yeah, well, it didn't die on the first squish, so I went back at it again and squished harder, and the paper towels tore, and my finger went all the way through and squished it and got bug guts on it. So yeah, that was great. For the spider in the foreground. At first, I was planning on making it sort of a hairy spider, but then when putting all that water on it at first gave it that nice translucent look, I decided I really wanted to keep that and make it so you could really see that really well. A solution that came from that was to make just the pattern on it be like a net so you could totally see through it, so I made it kind of crystalline, which also happens to go with my other plan for this piece, which was I wanted to use this green glitter on it, these big pieces of green glitter that I found in Target. And so I decided that all the spiders would have these green dots on their backs that are like some kind of magical energy source or any energy storage or something. You'll see that it's got that on it at the end of the piece. Oh, and if you're wondering, in case you can't tell, I decided to make the focus mid-ground, so the spider in the middle is the focus, and then there's the background that's blurred, but there's also a foreground that's blurred. So what these black things coming in from the side are another spider's legs that's closer to the viewer, but they're out of focus. Partially because I think it's cool to have foreground that's out of focus, but also partially because I was too tired to draw more detailed legs. So much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed. I really like the final product for this piece. I think it was one of my first real successes at least partial impressionism, and so I'm really happy about that. Oh, actually, I do have this all set up ready to go, so prints will probably be out when I release this video. So if you're interested, you can watch out for my Inktober wrap-up videos. There will also be one more video in this October Monster series. At least I hope there will be. If alongside doing all these Inktober things I can manage to get it done. It's planned to be a Medusa painting, so if I can't get it out during October, I will do a Medusa painting during November because I'm excited. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!